Right, I'm going to make a start on making the generator. This is an old Morris Minor car generator, which I've got to alter quite a lot. The body will be chopped off down there somewhere. This end where the brushes are, I've got the casting which I've got to machine up, which will fit on there. And on this end, which will be the pulley end, is this casting that's got to be machined up there. Then of course you've got the foot, which has got to be machined, because at the minute that rocks. I'll square that up and drill it. That'll be bolted on there. And then there'll be a little electric box on there, which you can plug your lights into. Right, so I'll get on and do the foot first. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is run the surface cutter over there, flatten that out. Right, that's one side done. Turn it over and do the other side. Right, that's the other side all done, so that's nice and parallel. Now I'll mount it in the vise and square up the ends. Right, I'm just squaring off the ends. Right, that's one side done. I'll just do the other side. Right, that's the foot nice and square on all four faces. Now I'll turn it over and machine these flat. Right, and that's the bottom of the feet machined nicely. I think I'll just skim over the top of these. Right, that's the tops of both sides of the feet done now. What I'll do is I'll mark out and drill these flanges, and then I can mount it on an angle plate on there, ready to cut this curve. Right, so I've got this clamped on an angle plate. Now I'm going to machine that curve down. Right, this is the last cut. Right, that's the foot machined. And I'll just drop that on there. Perfect fit. Right, the next thing I'll do is one of the end castings. I've turned the spigot down to size behind there. I've cleaned the face up a little bit, and this face. Later on I'll just clean that up with some emery. What I'm doing now, I'm just turning down the overall diameter to the size of the body of the generator. And then I have to face that off a little bit till it's the inside size of the body of the generator, so it leaves a register on there to keep it all central. I'll show you in a minute. As you can see, I'm machining the little locator that'll fit down inside the body of the generator to help keep it centralized. Right, now I've got a bore and ream out for a bronze bush for the rotor to go through. The size drill's just the one before I put the reamer through it. As you can see, I've taken the end out. try the cap on. Right, that fits perfect. That little lip inside to keep it central works fine. Right, the next job on here, I've got to drill 6 holes around the circumference there on that flange, equidistant, so I can then drop it on and drill and tap the body. Then there'll be 2 little holes drilled and tapped in here, which will have some wire gauze and a brass plate screwed on. Helps with ventilation. Right, that's the pulley end casting machined up, drilled and tapped there, and bored ready for a phosphor bronze bearing. Now I've got to get on and do the brush end. Right, that's all the castings machined. That's the foot, the body just resting on it for a minute. Then there's the pulley end. Fits on there, lovely. And then the brush end, obviously I've just put that on for show. That will then, when we've altered the body, be round there somewhere. So in the next video we're going to end up stripping all of this apart and altering the body and see if we can start putting it together.